So we will move ahead today with the second sutra. So the first sutra was Narayanad Udbhutoyam Varna Kramaha, which meant that all the Sanskrit alphabet they appeared from Lord Narayana. Second, Jiva Goswami says, Tatradav Chaturdasha Sarveshwara. The first 14 varnas of the alphabet are called Sarveshwaras. So we had around 48, 49 letters, which we studied yesterday, the whole group of alphabet. So amongst them, the first 14 letters, the varnas, they are called Sarveshwaras, and they are the vowels in Sanskrit. So they are a, I, U, hr, ri, ri, a, I, o, au. So these are 14. So these are known as Sarveshwaras. In English, we say them vowels. In Sanskrit, normally they say it Swara, Swara Varna, or even some they say it to be Ach. But in Harinamamrta Vyakaranam, we will say them Sarveshwara according to Jiva Goswami, right? Ete Swatantra Ucharanaha. Now, when we have to pronounce a Sarveshwara, let's say a or e or u, then we do not need any other letter in order to pronounce this letter. They are independently pronounced. So to pronounce a, we just need a, e, u, and so on. But when we have to pronounce the consonants like this, ka, kha, and so on, now, if we remove the vowels and if we just keep the pure consonant, then can we pronounce them? Is there any way? So they are dependent on the Sarveshwaras in order to be pronounced. So we have to add any of the vowels, either ki or ka or ku, and so on. So that's why Jiva Goswami is saying, Ete Swatantra Ucharanaha. The Sarveshwaras are pronounced independently. Okay. Kadinam Ucharanam Chaisham Adhinam iti Sarveshwara. The pronunciation of Ka Adi. Ka Adi means the consonants beginning with Ka, the letter Ka, and so on. You know, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Na, ityadi. So pronunciation of all these consonants, they are dependent on Sarveshwaras. Adhinam. We say Adhin. Adhin means subservient or dependent. So they are dependent, depending on the Sarveshwaras in able to be pronounced. Matra Laghav Matram Putrotsava iti pare bhimanyante Harinamakshara Labhadvayam Tvamudrik Tirast Kurma. Now in any scripture, any book which is made up of sutras, so a compiler of the sutra, he becomes glad, he becomes happy when the sutra composed is very short, is very compact. You know, the shorter the sutra is, the the more happier the composer becomes. And matra laghava matram. So when the sutra is, you know, really compact, so the composer, the compiler attains happiness equivalent to the happiness of, you know, putrotsava, as if a baby boy has, you know, taken birth in a family. So such is the happiness they derive when they compose small sutras. But Jiva Goswami says that we have got nothing to do with that normal trend. We will make our sutras even bigger at times, but because in the sutras in Harinamamrita Vyakaranam, we are obtaining Harinam Akshar Labhat. We are obtaining the words which are nothing but the holy names of the Lord. That's why we feel satisfied by that, even if the sutras are becoming bigger than, and they're not compact. And we just neglect tiraskurmaha. In Hindi we say tiraskar. So tiraskurma mean we just neglect the normal trend of making compact sutras. Our main aim is that we employ Lord's Hari names in the sutras. So this was the second sutra. The next one is Dasha Dashavataraha. The first 10 varnas of the alphabet are called Dashavataras. So now the first 10 varnas of the alphabet, they are called Dashavataras. So they are A, I, I, U, U, R, R. Now, you might be wondering what's going on, why Jiva Goswami is making so many groups here. He's making these many groups, and there will be around 30 or to 35 groups like this, because the whole grammar is based upon the operations in the grammar is based upon all these definitions, all these groups which are being classified in this Sangya chapter, Sangya Prakaranam. So Dasha Dasha Avatara means these 10 letters. So whenever I ask or whenever I say Dasha Avatara, so it should automatically struck to us the sutra and the letters which are in it. Right?
Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, how do you spell those last two letters, Prabhu, after R? R?
Okay. So the first one is R. It's same as R, but you just add L before. R.
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 Okay.
And it is also same like this. It's long. We just stretch it a bit. So R. R.
Okay. It has to start with La and add R.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Param
These
Sundar,
two
to
are
add a question.
Yes, Prabhu. These two are rare. So, but still, Jiva Goswami has used it, so we are studying it. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, in this there is Vritti, Amrita. What does that mean? And
Okay.
there's a lot of other text also which is there. Is that something that we should be reading? Or?
So, the main thing is the sutras, the main sutras which Jiva Goswami has compiled, has composed. Then it is just the Roman transliteration, these all. Now, Vritti is the commentary of Jiva Goswami on his own sutras, because sutras are meant to be compact. They are just formulas. We cannot make a paragraph and say that it is a sutra. So the things which needed to be described but could not be put inside a sutra, so then Jiva Goswami composed a commentary on his own sutras, which is named Vritti. Now, Amrita, it's a tika known as Amrita Swadini. In short, they say it Amrita. So it's also one of the commentary on the sutras. It's just like, we have different commentaries on Shrimad Bhagavatam. We have different commentaries on Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. So we have 3-4 commentaries on Harinamamrta Vyakaranam sutras. So Amrita Swadini Tika is a commentary by one of the previous Acharya, like, of course, that Acharya appeared after Jiva Goswami. I am just forgetting his name. One is Hare Krishna Acharya and one is Bal something. Maybe Manohar Prabhu know it.
I also don't remember.
Yeah, so it's somewhere in the PDF, maybe in some introduction. So, anyways, so this is Amrita Swadini Tika, which sheds light, which upon various topics of the sutra. Then we have one more tika, which is Bala. That is Bala Toshani Tika, which will be coming ahead wherever needed. So Bal Toshani Tika is one more commentary clarifying certain points of the sutras. done by one of the previous acharya as well. Then there is Sankshodhini Tika. This Tika is done by Matsya Avatar Prabhu, who was a teacher in Gopi Pradhan Prabhu's school, and he also clarified many important points which were not done by any of the previous acharyas, or which were left out, but they were necessary for the students to understand the sutras nicely. So now, whether we should study them or not, so I welcome you all. Means you should study actually. Means in class we will not be able to study, but whenever there will be some important point, we'll discuss. But in general, I invite you all to please go through these commentaries as well whenever you get the time, and they are really, really enlightening. Really. So, like that, Prabhu. Oh,
Thank you, Prabhu.
the next sutra is okay. So I'll just write the Dashavataras. So A, E, U, Hri, 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 and Hri, right? So these were Dashavatara. These 10 were Dashavataras. So Amrita Swadhini Tika was a commentary written by a Vaishnava named Gopal Das, right? And Balatoshni Tika was written by Hare Krishna Acharya. Thank you, Prabhu. So now the next sutra is Tesham Dvau Dvavekatmakau. Among the Dashavataras, both varnas of each consecutive pair are called ekatmakas. So A and A, they are ekatmakas. Ekatmakas simply mean here that they share the meaning of each other. Ekatmakas. Literally ek atma, one soul. They are alike. Similarly, E and E, they are ekatmakas. U ekatmakas, Ri ekatmakas, and Ri, they are ekatmakas. The two varnas, we did this. So that's all. Now the practical application or implication of studying all these will be coming ahead in the next chapter, Sandhi chapter, where we will see how what is the usage of accepting these groups or terminologies like ekatmakas and so on. It sounds little weird in the beginning of studying these definitions. Like personally, it happened to me when I was studying, but as we moved ahead, it made a lot of sense. So these were Tesham Dvaudva Ekatmako. Purvo Vamanah. Now in this Dashavataras, the Ekatmakas, these letters, the Purva letters, the first letters of all the Ekatmakas, which is A, I, U, Ri, they are known as the short vowels. In others, they say it Hrasva Varna or Laghu Varna. But in Harinamamrta, Jiva Goswami says them Vamana, because Lord Vamana was small. So these letters are small. A, I, U, Ri, Ri. Earlier grammarians called them Hrasva. Paras Trivikramaha. The letter Varna in each pair of Ekatmakas is called Trivikrama. And then all these letters, they are the long vowels which are known as Trivikrama in Harinamamrit, and others they say to be either Dirgha Varnas or Guru, even Guru they say, Dirgha or Guru. But here we will say Trivikrama, which means long vowel. Okay, quite simple. Then varjitah sarveshwara ishvara. The sarveshwaras excluding a and a are called ishwaras. So what is the definition of sarveshwara? Tatradav chaturdasha sarveshwara. The 14 vowels, they are known as sarveshwaras. When we exclude a and a from the sarveshwaras, the remaining letters, that group is known as ishvara. So e, u, ending at au. So this group is known as ishvara. Avarjitah sarveshwara ishvara. Okay. Then Dashavatara Ishaha. And Dashavatara was Dashavatara. The first 10 letters, they were Dashavataras. Now, when we exclude A and A from Dashavatara, the remaining 8 letters are known as Isha. So, E, U, R, right? So, although these groups may look simple, but because they are quite many, so they may create a confusion in the beginning, but gradually they become, second nature of us. So, Isha means Dashavatara Isha. Then, A, I, U, Ananta. The letters A, I, U, they are called Anantas. They are called Anantas. That's all. Chatu, Sana. The letters I, U, they are called Chatusanas. That's all. So we made something out of this. I have just 1 minute. Here it is. Yes. So we just tried making something in a modernized way. So we have Sarveshwara. So all these are Sarveshwaras. Then we have Vamana Trivikrama. So Vamana Trivikrama, so on. Just remember this A, I, O, they are all Trivikramas. They are all Trivikramas, right? Then we studied Ekatmakas. So here are Ekatmakas, A and A, Ekatmaka, I, Ekatmakas. Then Chatusana, I, U, they are Chatusana. Ananta, A, I, U, Ananta. Ishvara letters beginning from E to O. Isha, letters beginning from E to Ri. And the other definitions we'll cover in the next class. So like that, I'll share this in the group as well. Because I hope everyone is okay with the Devanagari script, so it will work, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So I'll share this. And it also has some Bengali actually. So if Narayan Padmanabh Prabhu, you can fix the Bengali things, it's only this much. It will be good. Can you do this, Prabhu?
Fix as in?
Means just convert them into Devanagari.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just sharing in the group. You can go through them and then just again post it in the group. So, yes. So yes.